Okay, let's look at another choke attack that we can set up from the knee in the belly. This one now we call the baseball bat choke, and it's pretty much a cross choke upside down, more or less, okay? Eventually the finishing of it is going to be very similar to the cross choke, but we disguise it a little bit by not putting in the traditional cross choke grips. And so it doesn't feel as threatening until it's basically too late. All right, so we have our knee in the belly, okay? The reason why we call this a baseball bat choke is because we're going to grip his gi like we're holding a bat, all right? And that would be with his head representing home plate, all right? So if his head is home plate and I'm on this side of home plate, I would be holding the bat like this to swing for the home run. Okay, so like a right-handed person, all right? If I was on the other side, then I would need to swing as if I was left-handed, okay? So his head's home plate. That means my top hand would be my right hand. That's the one that's going to be 4 fingers in, all right? The other side will just be thumb in, just like I'm holding that baseball bat, okay? So right here, and boom. Okay, and once again, coming off with our hand from the shoulders, it's very easy and fast to make that grip. Okay, just slide them right in to where my knuckles are on the floor. Okay, now, as I make this move, the biggest thing I'm going to run into is this arm. All right, it might be pushing my knee very hard. It might be blocking my hip, my leg. Okay, any number of things. It might also be clamping down on my arm, trying to relieve tension or pressure. Okay, so the thing I want to do is when I come off, I'm going to use this knee that's on his body to kind of slide, almost like a baseball slide, and trap that arm, clearing it out of my way. Okay, the next thing I want to do is make sure I keep my arm straight until the very end. I don't want to bend him down because they're not going to fit in around his neck properly if they're bent already. Okay, so keep my arm straight, trap his arm, kill his arm. Now I'm going to pivot off that knee. So I'm going to pivot on my right knee until I come around into a north-south. You see my arms are still straight. Okay? Keeping them straight until the very end here. I want to try to turn my first arm. Okay? The one that's thumb in, I want to turn as much as I can to where it becomes like pinky next to his head. Okay? So the end choke is going to be like pinkies trying to touch each other. All right, so I started here. As I circle around, I'm trying to go here. I want my pinkies trying to touch, and then we're doing like an upside down cross choke, basically. Okay, so I turn so much that now my pinky is next to his head and neck. But here, I'm going to bring my head down. All right, and now I can start to bring my elbows along my ribs for the finish. Okay? So staying straight till the very end. As I come around, I see my hand turns, and now when I bend, I'm bending for the finish. Okay? And there's a little bit of a bend and a pull. All right? I'm still pulling along my ribs. Don't just bend them out only. Okay? Out and pull. All right? Towards your ribs. Okay? So again, 4 fingers in. Thumb in. Okay, now he's blocking my hip or my leg. All right, so I come off, I kill that arm. Now I circle, keeping my arm straight. If I bend them now, you see how I run into his head too soon. I need to keep him straight so I can get it around his neck. Okay, and I'll probably bring my second knee down. All right, as I lean forward, taking my shoulder onto his belly. A little squeeze, and there it is. Okay? Other side. Now, I'm swinging lefty. Okay? I'm on the other side, so this is my baseball. His head's home plate. Boom. Here. Kill the arm. Arm just straight. Now I turn. There's the finish. Very awesome choke. Another one that can be done super fast while they're starting to escape your knee in the belly. You can set this one up and go straight to the finish very quickly. And very much like the cross choke, we can be looking for these all the time, not just for knee in the belly, but even while we're still passing, we can start setting up these grips. And so whenever they want to push and escape, we're already positioning ourselves for the finish.